There are 4 parts to the Brando warm-up: foam rolling, walkouts, world's greatest stretch, and what we're going to do today is the Buddha prayer. All right, so what you need for today is literally nothing, maybe just a little tiny space, and it does help if you have a wall or some sort of flat surface that you can lean on. So let's just get right into it. All right, so we're going to start off in a deep squat position. So just nice and low like this. Now the important thing about your deep squat position, it might look a bit different than mine. That is totally okay. Probably good actually. But what you do want is to have your heels on the ground. So if you cannot get your heels on the ground and maintain balance, then you need your wall. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a full wall. It can be a chair or a couch or whatever. But you want to just lean against that as long as you can keep your heels on the ground, okay? That is the vital part here. Now, if you are using the wall, that's great, that's fine, that's awesome. What you want to do is work on getting off the wall. So if at any part in this you can lean more forwards, get off the wall, you can still stay right near the wall just in case, but work on that. That's going to be your focus, okay? So let's get into the actual Buddha prayer. What are we going to do here? All right, we're not just hanging out in a deep squat, although that would be nice. So from our Buddha prayer, the first thing we're going to do is just open up the hips, okay? So hands, palms together, elbows inside the knees, and we're just opening and closing here. All right, if you want a bit more of a challenge, get a bit farther with this opening, you can use your fists. That's going to get you a bit more open, and if you want a bit more than that, you can use your fists and then open it up at the bottom to where you're comfortable or where you want to open up to. All right, so you do about 10 of those, just feels good, get a bit loose and open. Then we're going to grab an ankle and do our twist. So grab across and twist. Use that hand that's grabbing the ankle to get you deeper in the twist. All right, now important note here, don't let the knees cave in as you twist. Keep them pushing out, all right? 5 twists on either side. All right, not rocket science, right? And from there, the last part of the Buddha prayer is going to be our chops. So for your chops, you're going to clasp your hands together, keep the arms relatively straight. It's not a huge bend, but if there's a slight bend in the elbows, that's okay. From there, you're going to go up and down. A vital point here, make sure your heels stay on the ground. Knees out. Eyes forward. Don't let your head go down and up with the arms. All right, so you can go about 5 to 10 of those. 8's a good number, 7's a good number. Wherever you feel comfortable, you might feel those in your mid-back. It's really good. Anyhow, that is the Buddha prayer. That is the last part of the warm-up. Final note, little bonus tip for you. You'll notice I am not wearing any shoes. And it's not just because I'm indoors. I highly recommend doing this whole warm-up series without any shoes on. It'll help you work your ankles a little bit and get your feet kind of more active and working throughout your workouts. And that's really important because shoes do 2 things. One, they give you a bit of a heel, so it kind of takes away from the ankle mobility you need. And ankle mobility is really, really important, especially if you're doing movements like squats and whatnot in your workouts. Also just important for life. And then the other thing that shoes will do is they're going to kind of render your feet useless. You're going to lose some stability there, right? Working the feet, working the ankle, and actually feeling for your stability will help you, not just in the warm-ups, but in your workouts too. So that's just a little extra. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.